Hey everybody, welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast. My name is Kim Johnson and I am a master mindset coach, creative strategist, and also happen to be a farmer. This is my chicken coop and I come out here every day to record a podcast, to teach distinctions, possibilities, new ways of thinking, and just bring some joy into the world. So welcome to the coop and let's start your day off in a fantastic way. Hey everybody, good morning. I have a curious question for you. We're halfway through the summer for most of us, depending upon where you're listening from all over the world. But here, we are halfway through our summer. And I'm curious, are you having the summer you thought you would have? And this is a question I'm asking myself, so I wanted to bring it to everybody else because I think it's always important that you know what I work on. And for me, I love to check in and say, am I where I wanted to be? Have I done the things that I wanted to do? Have I accomplished? Have I relaxed? Have I read? Have I consumed? And for me, of course, often the answer is not enough, not where I really wanted to be. I had a big pile of books that I intended to get done this summer, but the drought, again, the dreaded drought, really sidelined some of my time because I had to be out here with the hoses instead of actually having the extra time to say, I'm going to read for an extra hour a day, which is often something that I take on in the summer. And then, what's interesting is if you run down to the beach, which it's been too hot to go to the beach, you would take a book and you would read. And I'm a very fast reader. I just devour books. I love them. But I haven't had the time because of, one, the hose watering constantly, and two, the heat has been so intense, you just didn't want to go to the beach. So that's a big part of my little I'm not on task with that. So what do I do with that? That's just one thing. There are others that I've won in, like the situation with not wasting in the garden. Great, I'm way ahead on that. I'm not wasting anything, making great strides in that, and feeling great about how the garden went this year, even though we had the drought, feeling great about what I did to maintain things. But there are other things where I'm like, okay, I really need to work on some other stuff with this heat. My work, even my walking, where I normally get 25,000 steps a day, I'm not there because of the heat. You can't be outside. So everything seems like it's a little off. And when I was doing my assessment this morning and I'm sitting there going, okay, let me just do a check-in. Let me just kind of assess this. I kind of got squirrely in my head. I was like, ooh, I need to fix that. Ooh, I need to fix that. And I realized, not everything is going to be the same all the time. I just always can't do it. So when I stopped and paused, I thought, oh, well, wait a minute. When I'm not walking, what am I doing? And the truth is, I have a stationary bike in my recording studio, and I use that on rainy days typically. But this year, I've actually been sitting a lot on that bike, riding while I'm doing my sessions. So I'm talking to people and still moving, so I get the same good effects. But I didn't realize that. And that's the whole point of me bringing this up to you. I wanted everybody to realize while things are not always going to be the same, there are counteracts that are taking place, and you need to check in and make sure those are good for you. Now, while it doesn't record the steps, I'm still getting the exercise. So I was like, okay, that's a good thing. And then I realized, okay, I am walking in the morning and the afternoons when it cools down, but I still have to be conscientious of the fact that I'm getting that in between, that sandwich time. So the check-ins are important, but don't beat yourself up is the point. And I've got lots of other things that I thought I would have already been ahead on. And for instance, I love to do a half-year assessment of my business, how I'm doing, what am I progressing, where's just a strict business look. And I haven't done it yet because I've been so consumed with harvesting and dealing with the things that were presented to me. So a bunch of vegetables have to be processed. You have to do that. So my free time has been consumed with doing that. That is a quality problem. So I can't be mad at myself. It doesn't mean I put it aside. It just means okay, now I'm going to have to do it before the end of July instead of the end of June. And it's not the end of the world. Nobody's forcing me to do it. But the point is, do an assessment, check in, do a little where am I and what do I need to touch on, so that you don't let this just build up in your head and then all of a sudden we're at the end of the year and you're like, oh no, I haven't done what I needed to do, or I'm not where I wanted to be. Let's do a check-in and see where and what you need your attention and where you are, and see what you can do to help yourself now before it becomes too late. All right, my friends, I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.